Welcome to another LVTRV25 tour number 4 of the Southwest. Today we start our journey on our 34-day trip on the Western National Parks. This is an overlook. Just check out the town of Hurricane and Laverne. This is some trails. You go down this hill, go check out some trails. Some are driving, some are walking. It was a nice day. It's a dirt road to get out here. I explored it just fine. And got a beautiful overview of the area and the town. It's a Lava King Overlook, established in 1891. So today we're cruising down the road, gone through Zion National Park, and we're ending up at the tunnel, coming up here shortly. Well, the Zion Tunnel, the Zion Mount Carmel Tunnel that's coming up here was built in 1930. It's a 1.1 miles long. It is, if you have a large vehicle, they stop the traffic. You pay $15 and they escort you in, and you have to drive in the middle. You're only at 12.8 is the tunnel height. So large vehicles definitely will need to go a different direction, and you can, or you pay $15 and they stop the traffic. It is very dark in this tunnel, and you notice this car's coming in, and imagine 1930 they built this thing, and it's straight, and it looks pretty nice to get through the east side of the park and to other areas. And this is just in a car. You can do it in an RV, but they stop the traffic and you got to pay an amount. Like right now we exit, they have all the traffic held up. Probably because the vehicle behind us is a larger vehicle. This is the parking lot for the Overlook Trail. And you have to park there or up the road or alongside the road. Now we're just heading to the east side of the park. There's a town called Mount Carmel. Sorry I didn't take any pictures of it, but there's, if you ever get there at Mount Carmel in 89, there's a good little restaurant there that makes homemade pies. We did stop on the way through later and had some rhubarb or 3-berry pie and chocolate cream pie. They were all really good. So definitely, if you get a chance, check it out. So we're heading to what's called the Coral Pink Dunes State Park. There was an entrance fee. At this time, I don't remember how much it was, but it was, and you got to go around and check out what they call the Pink Dunes. I don't know if they really were pink, but there they are, kind of a brownish color. The sand was definitely hot to the touch, so the dog did not go running around anywhere. And it was kind of a nice little place. So we had lunch here, relaxed. I walked up on the sand. It was definitely a workout. And here we are, smiling, looking pretty as ever. And then next day, I did the Canyon Overlook Trail. It's only a mile long, but it's a pretty steep hill. You have stairs, and that's the tunnel that you come through. I found a parking spot just up the road a bit, not too far. And just, it was early morning, 8 o'clock, I believe. This is the trail you walk on. You see people walking over there, you go around the corner, and here is the sights you get. You got a pretty area. I'll walk on this. Sounds rinky, but it wasn't too bad. But last step could be a Lulu. They rappel down this hill as practice for the National Park Service. And it's like a overlook bluff here. You can be underneath if it's raining or thunderstorms. They do get some once in a while. The beauty of the landscape. And this is probably the only sketchy part here is really you're close to the walkway and you're close to the edge and you're close to the mountaintop here. That's probably the only sketchy part of the whole trail. So you run into people, you gotta like go back and forth, and we made it to the top of the Canyon Overlook. Of course, the shadows from the morning sun, and that's the road down there that you come up on. Canyon Overlook. It's only a mile walk. And there is someone standing at the end there. And that's Bridge Mountain, Temple Tabletop, and I don't remember the rest. But here you are, just a nice little view of the area. I don't know, this tree was just in the rocks here. I think it's a dead tree now. There's someone up on top of the little mound up there. And of course, you got to see some bighorn sheep. They were hanging out. There was 2 of them. And we get to start our RV tour with Fantasy RV Tours, Rallies, and Caravans. This is the 34-day Western National Park Tour with our tail gunners and wagon master and the group of all of us. There's 22 rigs representing 14 states of the Union, and we got to meet everybody. Another couple we met from Alaska also happened to be on this trip with us, so it was nice to see them. And Zion National Park. To get in the park, you do have to use the shuttle service if you want to get interior of the park, to go to the Narrows and to the Gorge and to the Angels Landing. So you have to take the shuttle to get to these spots. There's 8 shuttle stops, and this is getting to the Narrows. This is people that are walking through the Narrows, get to the end of this trail. And some of our group did go through there, and so it was waist high, going about, as long as you go in 8 miles, they said. But then you got to turn around. So listen to the sounds. Here's the start of the gorge. This way you go to the right, you get to Angel's Landing that you need a permit to go up onto now, and also to the Emerald Pools. I took the Emerald Pool turn to the left and went up by 200 feet. You got some great views of the valley, of the Green River, San Napales with the flowers blooming, trail with lots of water on it. This is the Emerald Pools. Here's 3 of them. There's a little waterfall you walk underneath, just sprinkling a little bit of water there. And a picture of the Zion National Park in the valley here. So water goes through. That's Angel's Landing, I believe, that you have to climb up. You need a permit nowadays. again, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, comment, and like. And love and hugs to all as we continue our journey on the 34-day Western National Park Tour. Thanks.